Back at Pasarseni using my wireless microphone. I'm not going off on a big trip today. I'm just heading out into Chinatown to have a cup of tea and maybe something to eat. But I'm going to go someplace very special. It's a secret of Chinatown that not many people know about. Almost nobody knows about this place except for me, the person who told me about it, and a friend of mine who takes the credit for discovering it first. I didn't discover this place. They had to show it to me, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm not going to tell you anything else about this place. I want it to be a little bit of a surprise. And I hope this surprise works out because it's not the best day for this surprise, to be honest. It's a bit cloudy, the sun isn't out, and there's a very good chance that a lot of rain is on its way. So this isn't the best day, but it is the day that we have for this travel tip, one of the best kept secrets of Chinatown. I'm on my way to this secret place, and in fact, if I pan my camera around, you might even be able to spot it. Did you see it? You saw it, but maybe you didn't know what it was. The place I'm bringing you is right down this street. Now I hope I'm not building it up too much, but we'll see when we get there what you think of it. We are getting closer. Did you think it was this Hindu temple right here? That makes sense, because this is one of the most popular attractions in Kuala Lumpur. Almost every tourist that comes to the city makes their way to this temple at some point. This is the oldest Hindu temple in Kuala Lumpur, by the way. I think it was built in 1873. But no, the place I'm bringing you is right beside it. And that's kind of a neat thing about it, because since everyone comes to Chinatown to see this temple, while they're here, they can pop right next door and see something else. Just to be clear, as cool and interesting as this temple is, this is not the place I'm bringing you today. This is an interesting place as well. Yum Cha. It's one of the many new cafes and hotspots that have opened up in Chinatown recently. And it might be really nice to come here for a snack, but that is not where we're going today. Not Yum Cha, not to the oldest Hindu temple in Kuala Lumpur. In fact, believe it or not, this is where we are going. Plaza First Nationwide. Plaza First Nationwide is right across the street from this beautiful temple. So while you go to this place, you can also check out the temple first, and then turn around and head to Plaza First Nationwide right over there. As you go through the doors here, you're going to see a security guard on your right. Don't worry about him. He doesn't bother anybody. Just go in, go to the elevator, and hit the number for the 18th floor.
If you can get it, then we can.
And don't bother looking at the sign here, because where we're going is not on the map at all. It's that much of a secret. It's so exciting. Here we are on the 18th floor. And once you get here, come out of the elevator, turn left, and see what you see. And there it is. We are 18 floors up above Chinatown. You get a beautiful view of Kuala Lumpur from up here. And they have a basic restaurant and cafe that's open to the public. I think it's mainly for the people that work in the building, because as I said, not many other people know about it, but it's open to the public and anybody can come up here. On this side, you can see the central market down there below. Masjid Jamek is just off here behind these buildings. Merdeka Square is right over there. You can see that giant flagpole. And August 31st is Independence Day, so you'll actually see quite a large celebration going on over there in Merdeka Square on August 31st. Panning around, you can see the Petronas Towers over there, and this big white building here is a bank building, Maybank, I believe. I'm going to sit down and have a cup of tea, and I might have a lunch as well. We'll see how this goes. I love it up here. This is actually only my second time visiting this place. A friend of mine brought me up here a few days ago, and I had no idea it was here, like not a clue. And if you come over here to the other side, what's really interesting about it is that famous Hindu temple, which is like the biggest attraction in this whole neighborhood. It's right down there below us. So if you come here to see the Hindu temple from ground level and take your picture, if you really know Chinatown and you really know Kuala Lumpur, you can come up here and get another view on it from right up above looking down. And there it is there. You can actually see so many of the big attractions of Kuala Lumpur from up here. Right over here is a view towards the National Mosque of Malaysia right there. And the botanical gardens, bird park, and the butterfly park are all just over there as well. You can see the nets there, those huge nets covering the bird park. And right there is the old original train station of Kuala Lumpur. And just beyond it is actually a KL Central. This is the Pasar Seni LRT and MRT station. And the elevated train here goes to KL Central. Towering over everything, as always, the mighty PNB 118 building. That temple I mentioned, that's right across the road from this building. You can just see it right down here. You can see into the courtyard there. And if you pan upwards a little bit, you can see a kind of a archway there, like a covered rooftop. And that is covering the main market street of Chinatown. That's Petaling Street right there. So you're looking right down into the heart of Chinatown here. Well, I'm still up here on the 18th floor enjoying the view of Chinatown all around me, of all of Kuala Lumpur actually. I keep saying it's a view of Chinatown, but you can see the whole city from up here. And I just ordered a cup of milk tea with ice. And after I have my tea, I think I'm going to have lunch here as well. They've got a nice buffet, buffet lunch of Indian food. So I'm going to have that after I have my tea. It's so much fun being up here. There's my milk tea, iced tea. And there's the view to go along with my tea. Raise it all the way up into the sky. Just in case you want to come up here and have lunch, I'm going to head over to the buffet and show you what they have here for lunch. As far as I understand it, you get a plate, you get some rice, and then you can move down the buffet and take whatever you like. And then they'll sort of look at your plate and decide how much it costs, for what you took. It's my favorite kind of restaurant. Let's go check out the food. And they do have a menu on the wall here. They're open for breakfast, lunch, from 12 to 4. And then they have all the drinks as well. This is your tea and drink station. And here's the food for today. And they change the dishes a little bit every day, so you can always find something different here. Oh, tofu. Veggies, chicken. There's another menu, nasi goreng biasa, nasi goreng ayam, nasi goreng kampung. So all of your nasi gorengs as well, I guess they can make. The first time I was here, I chatted with the owner a little bit, or the manager, I guess. And he was saying that they're trying to work out a deal with some of the local tour guides that when they come to Chinatown with their tour groups, they can come up here and have a lunch, and they might do kind of a banana leaf style buffet lunch for the tour groups. I guess for members of the public like me, like nobody knows it's here, and they're also a little bit nervous about going into an office building past security. They're not comfortable doing that, so he's trying to make arrangements with some of the local tour guides, and then they'll bring people up here directly. So I don't know how far along they've gone with that plan, but it should be quite interesting if they do that. Anyway, I'm going to go get some lunch and come back and sit at my table and enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the view from my table. It's starting to rain a little bit. I can feel a little bit of spitting here and there, but it should be okay sitting here. See, the whole place is covered with this roof. So it's open to the air, which makes it nice and cool, but you also have a shelter from the rain. I can't stop filming the view from up here. Every time I have the camera out, I'm back at the railing. I'll have to come back here in the morning and other times when the sun is shining, just to get the contrast. I don't think I got anything quite special for my lunch. I just grabbed a few things at random. My usual style, not being very knowledgeable about food in general. But here's what I got. Got a nice big plate of rice and some chicken and eggs and some noodles here, tofu and veggies. And that will be my lunch today. And this is my lunch view. While I was having my lunch, I realized that I can see the Grocer's Inn Backpackers Guest House from up here. It's actually right there. Can't really see my finger in that picture. But that's the Grocer's Inn, and my favorite noodle shop is in the alley right beside the Grocer's Inn. So I'm looking down on my noodle shop. I finished my lunch up here on the 18th floor, and I think my tea ice cost 1 ringgit, and my lunch, I had 2 pieces of chicken, 2 pieces of tofu, boiled egg, vegetables, and rice, and it came to, I believe, 14 ringgit for the whole meal. So it's not a bad deal. It's not fine dining up here. It's, simple and basic. And the manager came over and chatted with me for a few minutes, and I learned that they open at 7 in the morning, and they have a nice breakfast buffet. He said it's a good place to come for breakfast, and they close at 7 at night. So it's open 7 to 7, and they've only been open at all about 4 months. And then he said, really, they've only been open for maybe 1 month, like fully open for business. And that might be why nobody knows about this place yet. And there's no sign for it in the lobby or sign anywhere else, but the name of the place is James Cafe. Because the owner, his name is James, and he calls it James Cafe. Oh, it looks like it was another one of these cultural misunderstandings. It's not James Cafe, it is JM's Cafe. I just saw the name here on these menu items. James Cafe, JM's Cafe. I don't know if I did the view from up here justice with all my shots. It's not really the best day to be up here because of all the clouds and the rain. But as I said at the beginning, this is the day that we have, so it's the day that I have to work with. But as I said, it's a beautiful view from up here, and this is Chinatown's best kept secret right now, James Cafe.